Hi, I'm Joe Finsternis, and tonight I'm going to talk to you about a movie called Jessabelle. Now, this movie follows a woman named Jessie, who has just experienced a pretty heavy tragedy and has been severely injured as a result. She's wheelchair bound temporarily and has gone to stay at her father's house, and soon after she arrives there, some strange things begin to happen. So, going into this movie, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have a whole lot of faith in it. I mean, it's a straight-to-DVD, PG-13 horror film, and I've made it clear in the past that I don't have a problem with straight-to-DVD. In fact, I also made it pretty clear in my Stepford Wives review that I didn't have a problem with movies being rated, less than R. They don't need to have blood in them to be scary, but in a lot of cases today, PG-13 mostly means that they just want to, get more audience to see it. And the movie does start out a little bit iffy, at least in my opinion. You see the tragedy which befalls Jessie, and it is pretty jarring, but at the same time, the way that they carry it out in the movie is kind of silly to me. Also, some of the scares early on are sort of underwhelming. They didn't really give me the sense of tension that I felt like I was supposed to be feeling. There was a really cool nightmare scene early on in the film, but then that ended with the sitting up in bed from a nightmare cliche, which I rambled on in length about that sort of nitpick in my Almost Human review, so I'll leave that one alone. Plus, I thought that Jesse's dad in the movie was such a huge asshole that it was a little too much. He almost didn't feel like a real person, but as the movie went on and more things were revealed about his character, I started to see how it sort of made sense for him to act that way. And the movie itself does get more interesting as it goes on. The storyline is sort of a mystery, as well as a horror story, and I was intrigued in sort of finding out, the explanation behind these strange happenings that were going on. At the same time, the film is sort of a character drama, which might sound pretty boring, but I think the drama works, and it never becomes too self-indulgent, and it never, goes on for so much that it makes the film, flat out boring in any way. Plus, the actress playing Jessie in the movie herself, I thought did an excellent job. A lot of the film does rest on her shoulders. Most of the scenes in it are just her by herself reacting to things, and she does a great job reacting to things. As for the PG-13 rating itself, I was kind of surprised by how much they pushed it. It isn't really what I would call a gory film at all, but there were a few bloody moments in it, and I was surprised by some of the visuals that the film did have. Plus, unlike certain PG-13 movies like Mama or Boogeyman, they didn't go overboard with any CGI effects that just became underwhelming. Largely, the effects in the movie were done practically. The film was made on a small budget, and I think that it works to the movie's benefit. Now, this movie came recommended by the same guy who suggested Home Sweet Home a while back, and even though I wasn't expecting this movie to be a masterpiece, I figured I'd give it a go anyway. I was thinking, hopefully, I'll like this more than I did Home Sweet Home, and in the end I did. I do think it's a much better movie, and I would like to thank my friend who suggested it. Again, feel free to recommend more titles in the future. As for the rest of you who haven't seen this movie, if you're interested in seeing a spooky ghost story that's, a step above some of the generic haunted house movies we've been treated to lately, then Jessabelle does come recommended. Anyway, that's all I've got to say about the film. I hope you all have a good one.